Hey, this is Neil from Gradesavers. Today we're doing question 55 from section 7.1. The question reads, what is the definite integral from e to e squared of dx over x ln x squared? We're dealing with integration by substitution in this section, so that's the method we will use. And we need to choose an appropriate u, and we will let that u be equal to ln x in this case. If u is equal to ln x, then dx is equal to du over the derivative of ln x, which happens to be 1 over x, and this simplifies into x du. Now, these two bounds here are in terms of x, so we should convert them to be in terms of u, using this formula here. This formula gives us the relationship between those two variables. So if x is equal to e, u is equal to ln e, which is simply 1. If x is equal to e squared, u is equal to ln e squared. And if we remember the properties of logarithms, we can bring this exponent in front, so it becomes 2 ln e, which is 2 times 1, which is simply 2. This 1 comes from the fact that ln e is equal to 1. And now we can rewrite the integral. Instead of from e to e squared, it goes from 1 to 2. And we can begin our substitutions. So dx we know is equal to x du, so we're going to save that for a second. Dx is equal to x du, let's put that here. And x cannot be replaced by u or dx, so we're going to have an x in the denominator, so 1 over x. And ln x squared becomes u squared. And we notice once we plugged all of this in, this x and this x cancel out. It's a little bit of space, too much space here, but don't worry about that. Alright, so let's move forward. This simplifies the integral into the integral from 1 to 2 of 1 over u squared du. And in order to solve this integral, we should realize this is equivalent to 1 to 2 u to the negative 2 du. And by making it look like this, we see right away we can use the power rule to evaluate this integral. So it becomes u negative 2 plus 1, which becomes negative 1, divided by this new exponent, so negative 1. And we need to evaluate this from 1 to 2. Or if we rewrite this, this is equivalent to 1, or negative 1, over u, from 1 to 2. U to the power of negative 1, we bring it into the denominator, that's why it's u here, and all we did was bring the negative sign in front. Now to get to our final answer, we need to substitute these numbers in, so we get negative 1 over 2, we substitute the top value in first, minus, and now we substitute in the bottom value, minus 1 over 1. And this is equivalent to negative half plus 1. And when you add these two numbers together, you end up with positive 1/2. And that's your final answer. Hey, thanks for watching. Grab the PDF from below, and remember the best way to study is to join the Gradesavers review sessions.